Cheers and enjoy the show. Welcome to The Bars Open with Beth and Greg. Good evening,
Hello.
everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to The Bars Open. I'm your host, Greg, and this is my co-host, Beth. Or vice versa. She's your host, and I'm your co-host.
What's with the voice?
I'm trying
Supposed to be
something new.
soothing?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just creepy.
I'm going to try not to swear for the first
Oh, you bet. Let me set a timer.
10 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Not gonna
You
happen.
almost did it.
Not gonna happen. All right, here. Look, let me
All
set
right,
a timer.
hit a timer. Let's see if we can do this.
Let's see how
What's
long
up, Alex?
we
How you
can
doing?
do this.
Alex,
before-
we're going to try and not swear for the first 10 minutes of a podcast because we don't have that high-tech AI stuff that like bleeps out because I don't run anything through anything for the podcast. It just is what it is, but we'll see how long we go. And if we do swear, please add a marker and be like, you're an idiot, Greg. It's all good. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. All I know is YouTube is a weird place. We've got a story coming up here in a little bit where this dude basically he's a psycho. Absolute total psycho. And this should be on, I think, Andrea's podcast. Andrea Up Late.
Is this the guy with the friends?
Different one. This dude evidently decapitated his dad.
Oh, I saw that. I didn't read it because I was like, that's very disturbing. And
got that story.
videotaped it.
Yeah, and no, streamed it on YouTube.
How did he not get kicked off?
Everything's been deleted, but when it's real time, it's real time, right? So we got that. We've got Elmo just checking in. That's a fun one. Elmo got screwed. And then we got a whole bunch of other things to chat about. But first, I trimmed my beard. I couldn't take it anymore, man. I was looking like a homeless person, and I'm walking
Looks
around.
good.
I was walking around the office, and I'm
It's
like,
funny that you brought it up because I was already thinking that, but I was keeping my mouth shut.
DJ, what's going on?
I was like, that beard's getting a little
DJ goes,
ridiculous.
I broke the algorithm. I didn't say it, though. 10 minutes, buddy. 10 minutes. Let's see if we can manage.
Yeah,
I had to trim up.
I
Funny
like it.
part,
I like it.
it was
I like it
the
better.
most hair I've cut off, the longest hair,
In
and
like
the
the
most.
last 15 years.
Oh, almost. Oh, I did it. Damn it. How long do we make it?
2 minutes.
Damn it. Yeah. Well, there goes that.
At
Fuck
least
it.
we have a record to set now. Maybe next Wednesday we can break 3 minutes.
I blame you, DJ. Put it in my head subliminally. No, but it literally, I was like, sweeping it up. I'm like, that's literally the most hair I've cut off anything in a long time. Next up, 2 weeks, we're going on a cruise
Oh Lord, I'm gonna take you
down
get
to
waxed.
Cozumel.
It's gonna take you to get waxed.
Cheers, honey.
Cheers.
Oh, look, I'm drinking a natural light.
Ugh.
And it's not my fault. It's because Peter brought over a case of natural light from
Natty Light.
a family thing they had this weekend. We may or may not talk about that. I'm going to get his thoughts on that first. But nonetheless, he brought over
Ooh,
a
that tingled
case
in my ears.
of natural light beer. It literally says natural light beer. This is a throwback can.
Oh, it is.
Oh, yeah. This is absolutely a
I've never
throwback
seen
can.
a natural light can in my life, so I wouldn't know
You-
what was
What
throwback.
did you drink in high school? No,
I didn't drink in high
no,
school.
I know. What did your friends drink?
We drank Coors Light and Keystone.
Keystone
Light.
was the thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so in New Hampshire it was Natty Light.
So at 12 o'clock at night,
think
everybody
we've
would
talked
throw all
about
their
this,
money
right?
together, and they'd go get as many cases of beer they can for whoever
Yeah,
class we were going
but
to
like
after.
a 12-pack of this was $4.99. This is, granted, I'm dating myself, but this is like way back when.
Yeah,
Way back in my day.
with the horses and buggies.
Pretty close.
Mm.
The Hyundai Excel.
Hey, I had one of those.
I did too. Well, I borrowed my dad's.
Brand new.
I had
2-door.
an 88
Sunroof.
Jeep Comanche
made it.
pickup truck. And I had
Room said throw it back as in throw it back in the fridge.
I got 2 more in there just in case for later.
No, you're supposed to be
I
drinking
said
less
just in
on
case.
Wednesdays.
I am.
Yeah,
I'm doing
right.
great. I only got a 6-pack of beer tonight. Here's the last 2. That's why I'm drinking a
Because you have to go to
natty
the office tomorrow. He's trying to, so he has to go to the office 4 days a week. So he's trying to go Monday through Thursday so he can work from home
It
on
is
Fridays.
killing me.
It's 4 days regardless. You just normally do it. You're back ending it this time versus front ending the day in the
It
home.
sucks going into the office 4 days. We'll get back into that here in a minute.
Okay.
My question is this.
What?
Next up, I've got to
Excuse me.
do a pre-cruise pube cleanup.
Oh,
I'm
Lord.
going to manscape a little bit.
Well, we all do.
But I was going to ask you, what's your pre-cruise pube cleanup cycle look like for the ladies out there?
Well, so I don't have much because I got it lasered.
Yeah.
So I just have a few. I need to go back and finish my
Trim up.
sessions. But yeah.
You ain't got time to go back and finish sessions.
No, I mean, I do, but
You
I'm
have to,
not
like,
gonna.
Buzz the armpits. It's winter around here.
What? You have to buzz the armpits to get laser done. You have to shave the
No, my
hair.
question is, do you have any body hair you need to get rid of? Like,
Well, I mean,
outstanding. I see you.
gotta shave my legs.
That's not a big deal.
Well, it isn't when you wear pants all the time because it's wintertime. But
You're
when
gonna
you go
wear
on
a
a
G-string
cruise,
or anything like that, like a thong?
no, I'd be picking my ass the whole time. That's horrible.
Bill's wife does it.
She's about 20 years
But
younger
she's
than
also
me.
Brazilian.
She's about 20 years
Something
younger than me.
like that.
Maybe not quite.
Isn't Bill's
20,
wife from like Portugal or something? I don't know.
she's from.
From somewhere.
Yeah, she's.
It's been a while since we've
from-
talked to Stacy and Bill. We
from-
need to have them back on.
I think it is Brazil.
She's
or Rio
Brazilian or something
something.
like that, right?
Yeah,
Do they name their kids Stacy in Brazil?
apparently.
Evidently. Or is that her Americanized name?
No, they name their people all sorts
And
of
her
names.
name's like Staciana.
Maybe.
Stasi.
Stasi, what did you make her Russian all of a sudden?
I didn't say Stasi. Is that a thing? I don't even know. I don't know.
Stasi.
I don't know, but we're going to Cozumel with Peter and Angela in 2 weeks from tomorrow. So there will be no Friday night show that week.
No,
2 weeks, just find something to do with yourselves. I know.
it'll be hard. I'm sure.
It's going to be fucking
It's gonna be hard to
gonna
fill
be
that
rough.
void.
half Brazilian is what Woom said. Hey, and also do us a big favor. I posted a couple of clips today.
Yeah.
0. No, nada, not a fucking view on them. Right. And it's weird. Like, let me know if they're hitting your algorithm or anything like that. If you're, because you obviously you follow the Bars Open. I can't figure out why nothing. I reposted them, posted Baldy the Big Guy, hit, right? No big deal. 1,000+ views.
Right.
We did one from a couple days ago or mid last week, 3,000 views, but nothing. It's just, I don't
I
understand
don't
it.
either.
So go out and check and see if you're just do me that favor if you don't mind. Just go check it out. I would greatly appreciate it. Plus, give us a like and subscribe.
Or
if
at
you're
least
not
a like.
already.
If you're subscribed, just give us a like. But if
Yeah.
not, subscribe.
Do that and hit the like and subscribe right there. I'm gonna hit it right now. A bingo, because I'm on
Already did
my
it.
own. And then also remember in the little hamburger on the messages where it says live chat, there is, and this is just a reminder if you don't know this, it's always filtered by top messages, and you want to go
Don't
to
miss stuff.
all messages so that you don't miss anything, right? So do that. My Instagram
Won't let me like, comment, or follow anything. Really?
So well, that's because it's Womb.
It's Instagram.
Yeah, it's your Instagram, Womb. Stop following all those bad people like Ben.
Who?
What's his name? Ben. God damn it. Just blanked on his. The Ben guy that does, not Ben Gay.
That Ben guy.
Ben guy.
That's helpful.
All good.
Dude, I have been so tired lately. I can't explain it.
Hormones
I don't know. Maybe.
out of whack.
Shouldn't
I
be
gave
yet.
myself my first shot of testosterone.
Shouldn't be out
this
of whack
evening.
yet. I don't go back until next month.
You guys want to hear something funny? Besides Beth being tired all the time.
And like earlier, you're like, what the hell, babe? You better drink some caffeine. I was like, I've already had caffeine.
You kind of reminded me about like 6 years ago. I wonder if it's not your
So-
shit's not dialed in
No,
right.
it's either that, but so I've been telling you my lichen planus has been acting up, which is an autoimmune disease, and that can make you very tired. So I don't know if
You
that is
think
some of it.
maybe?
Maybe. I'm getting a good 7 hours of sleep.
But you got up 17 times last night to pee.
I did. I drank way too much water yesterday. I drank almost a gallon of water yesterday, and I haven't done that in forever. It was just so good. Well, because now, so I've added on the top end, we're drinking that
Unless like half of that is coffee, it's just not that good.
No, it's not coffee at all. We brought that hydrogenized water thingy, so I'm drinking that, which is already like 16 ounces straight off at the beginning of the day.
Right, and that's good. That's always a good thing.
Then I have the 32 ounces of Strike Force. Then I have another 32
Maybe you bring
ounces.
that Strike Force down to like,
I don't
say,
like it when it's less
20.
than that. I don't like it when it's less than that.
I know, but it's 32 ounces.
I need to drink at least 2 of those a day.
Just get a quick hit, slam that bitch. Just put
Ew,
the packet in your mouth.
So gross.
Just gut it out.
That just made that when it's too sour, you get that thing
Gut
in your
it out.
mouth.
What's up, CB? This is not a call-in show, motherfucker. That was last week, and you missed it. But next time, you're more than welcome. I'm just saying.
MC says he likes everything of ours that he comes across, so thank you, MC.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Appreciate that. Where did you see call-in show?
No, he didn't.
Oh.
He said drink Prime. It's a lot healthier. I don't think it is.
What is Prime?
Prime's fucking, what's his name's? Jake Paul's. I don't think it's healthy, dude.
I don't even know who that is. What is
Fairly
it?
certain I've read that it's not that healthy.
You missed what shit? The
call-in
Prime
show,
or missed the call-in show. I'm going to look at what Prime is now. What is Prime?
Super expensive, overrated, and a kid's drink. It's like fucking.
Is it like an energy drink?
Yeah, it is, but it's kind of like a kid's drink. I mean, I think.
Is it carbonated?
No.
Oh, carb hydration.
Yeah, it's not really. No, they've done studies on it. No, he's just a billionaire because of it, which is fine.
Well, and I'm really picky about stuff, and
she sticks to the Strike
Force because I like it, and it doesn't.
And it's just a little teeny tiny pouch that she can throw in a thing of water.
Yeah, and I can travel with it. I tried who was the other one? Cardio Max or what was
Cardio
it?
Max.
Ugh, I did not like it.
No,
it's too strong.
Yeah.
Even the Strike Force is supposed to be in 16 ounces of water, and I do it in 32. Yeah.
But that's just too.
I got super taste buds.
That's too much.
Everything. No,
much
so
water.
so yesterday I drank that 16 ounces. I drank 90 some ounces of so I drank 3 of my Cody's because I was thirsty, and then I drank my
let's think about
water.
This.
So I had a shit ton of water
yesterday. Think about this. I went to jiu-jitsu for 2 hours, worked out during the day, still did not drink nearly as much as you, and I'm not dehydrated. Like you do the skin thing.
Right.
Totally
They say
fine.
drinking a gallon of water is supposed to be really good for you.
Yeah,
good for your skin and your hair.
And then you're up all night pissing.
I know. That's why I'm not going to do it again.
Exhausted.
Today I've only had 2 of those.
Cardomax, that's what it's called.
I only had 2 of those today. So I drank 132 ounces yesterday, which is a gallon.
He said cocaine is also low calorie, so you could just add that to your water.
And I mean, doesn't it make you lose weight?
Theoretically. Yeah.
Because you go.
That's it. You ready for some fucked up stories?
Yes, of course.
Got quite a few. All right, first up. This weird, I don't even understand. So there is a picture out on TMZ that I'm not going to put on here because it's a little too graphic, even though it is.
I want to see it.
Even though it is
Holy
blurred out.
That is really graphic.
Oh, it says this site is blocked. I don't know why.
Holy shit.
Pennsylvania decapitation murder. This is on TMZ. Son, it keeps blocking it. Son allegedly chops off dad's head, displays it in YouTube video. So this is the psycho son right here. Kind of
his mugshot, he was like
he's a weirdo.
Grimace.
But this dude's he's written books. He's all fucking over the place. Like anti-BLM, anti-Antifa. Oops, hit the wrong one.
Welcome to The Bars Open with Beth and Greg.
Hang on a second. Sorry, guys. Whoops. Everything's in the same control panel. My bad. But he's talked about all sorts of shit, so I'll just run through this story. So a gruesome crime law enforcement say he flaunted on his YouTube channel with very graphic footage. Justin Moan was arrested Tuesday night for murder and possessing an instrument of crime with intent after he allegedly snuffed out his dad, Michael, in the Middletown Township home they shared. Cops say they responded to the house around 7 p.m. and found Michael's corpse inside the bathroom after they received a report of a man who was deceased.
Wonder who called them.
Michael's wife, his mom, called. And obviously Justin's mom placed 911 call, but it was unclear whether where she was phoning from, and her current status is also unknown. Probably in hiding. Or maybe not anymore. I don't know. It's as of this morning. So police say Justin fled the scene, but he was picked up hours later about 100 miles away by the National Guard, or near a National Guard training facility. As for the YouTube video, the clip has been making the rounds online. You can see Moan display what appears to be a human head in a plastic bag with his gloved hands. He has like rubber gloves on his hands. In another scene, Michael's severed head was stewing inside a cooking pot.
Wait, what? The head? He was cooking the head?
Mm-hmm. YouTube executives eventually caught wind of the disgusting 14-minute video and took it down. Investigators did not disclose a motive, but Moan's online rants indicate he was angry with his father, a 20-year federal employee, for being what he called a quote-unquote traitor. Moan also blasted President Joe Biden, the Black Lives Matter movement, the LGBTQ community, and Antifa activists. Moan also, of course, was denied bail at his arraignment this morning. So that's that part of it. But this guy was on a shit ton of lists.
OAF? A what?
Off highway road. This guy was on FBI
list.
list.
What's OAF? He said he was on Chris said he was
official,
on
like a watch list. Basically.
OAF. Oh, okay. So he was on
OAF News. That's it's like a channel. It's kind of like Newsmax. It's like not a mainstream.
It's an independent.
Yeah, it's an independent news
Source. Okay.
But this guy had been talked to by the FBI.
Why?
Because he had been posting shit for a long time. He'd made rap videos and music videos, maybe not rap videos, but music videos.
Put his picture back up there. You took it off because you put on the wrong thing.
Music videos, right? Talking about how all of his shit, blah, 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 blah. He graduated, I think, from Penn State, went into the insurance industry, wasn't getting promoted, got fired for kicking a door or some shit like that. Like, the dude is just... he's fucked up, like in the head. And you wonder, okay, so at what state do we have to be in to actually like convict, like put people in an insane asylum?
Well, they have to be found.
We don't have insane asylums anymore.
But they go into a psychiatric hospital though.
There's 72-hour holds and there's different things like that. We need to bring back true insane asylums for people like this.
Well, but there have to be so many watchdogs on it because the reason why they aren't any is because they treated people horribly.
Well,
no.
Would you rather that?
You still have to have humanity. Don't they still have
what about
places
kennels
where
for humans? Can we do, I mean, that's basically like a kennel for humans.
Oh, kennel. That's called jail cells.
No, we just put them in a kennel, like start taking over the kennels. And
don't they have psychiatric hospitals where they keep people?
Yeah, but not quite like what I'm talking about from like 1884.
Yeah, because
I'm thinking like let's go back to those ones.
Yeah, no.
Right, where we start giving lobotomies again.
Stupid.
Or we just do an even swap, a dog for a crazy son. Right? And you're like, you're probably going to get more out of the dog that was in the
kennel in the rescue.
It doesn't take much more than a chain link fence, right? You put a little padded door on there. I'm just saying, what's up, Jesse? You know, and because this one's fucked up. Like if you go out to TMZ, it's out there. You saw the picture.
Yeah, it's fucked.
If that's real, and I think a lot of people were caught off guard and they were like, is that real?
Yeah.
Or is that not real?
Well, it's hard to tell nowadays.
Right.
Yeah, his poor mom. Talk about trauma.
It's evidently real.
Well, we say that until we find out in a week that it was just a stunt.
Oh, no. He was arrested. Dad was found with his head cut off.
Okay.
In a pool of blood. Because that's what happens when this part
is removed
is
from your body,
removed,
you bleed
you
out,
fall down, and then the 8 gallons or whatever it is
your
comes out
blood
of you.
keeps pumping for a little while.
Well, it doesn't keep, it just drains and then settles.
Well, not pumping, but
We need to get a mortician on here
no.
to talk about
You and your morbid ways.
some crazy shit.
Stay in asylum.
Human minesweepers.
morticians.
Problem solved is what DJ says. Yeah. Just go for a walk that way.
Go see what's out here.
Zigzag.
Or do they take him to Vietnam and have him do it over there?
Like
those
the
lands that are-
Cambodia
yeah.
or whatever, where there's, you can't
there's
walk off
lion
trail. You
mines,
might
yep.
actually blow up. And
Yep.
I prefer to keep the kids alive than this guy. I don't know. It's just weird. Dude, psycho.
I mean, what has to snap that you finally go, that's it, I'm cutting his head off and I'm doing it for real? And how did he cut his head off?
Oh, the knife. There was a knife found in the bathtub.
Did he kill him before he cut his head off? Or did he just like
Well, I think
slice
that
his
kind
neck?
of happens.
I mean, no, there's like, did he
I
cut
don't
his
know.
throat and then continue? Because that means dad was alive for a little while.
I don't know. Serpentine. I don't know.
Mm.
So, yeah, anytime you do anything to these parts of your body with anything that's sharp,
Use your words, smartass. What are you trying to say?
it cuts your head off.
I know, but he was alive for some of it, is what I'm saying.
Who's to say?
No, he was.
Oh, for like the immediate impact.
Yes.
Yeah.
The immediate horror and pain. Yes.
Horror. Elmo.
So you and I both found this story.
Elmo. Have you guys seen this? Elmo. He was just trying to
First of all, I love Elmo.
Good old Elmo was just trying to do a good deed.
I personally like Elmo quite a bit.
So
He is one of the
I've
cutest-
zoomed in. You can't necessarily read this, especially if you're on your phone, but Elmo said 20 hours ago, this is like yesterday, early morning, says, wow, Elmo is glad he asked. Elmo learned that it is important to ask a friend how they're doing. Elmo will check in again soon. Oh, that's not the original one.
I have the original one.
Do you have the original one? Can you read it?
Yes. Hold on.
This is the one that Joe Biden responded.
So, the friendly red puppet. Let's see. Elmo is just checking in. How is everybody doing?
And it goes sideways.
It really does. And here's the thing. So Elmo's a child's character, right?
Sesame Street. But we all grew up with Elmo. So
Yeah,
it's
but
not
still,
a kid's thing
it's
anymore.
A kid's thing.
We all own a little bit of Elmo.
It's a kid's thing. It's a
No.
kid's show.
No.
Yes.
It's
And
maybe it's
the
someone
replies
else.
were
I'm sure.
just people are
What were the replies?
okay. So
So he literally said, just checking in. How's everybody doing?
let's see.
Tickle your Elmo CV. Slow down there.
Where is it? Many fans responded to Elmo about their innate human existence dread. One row, Elmo, each day the abyss we stare into grows a unique horror, one that was previously unfathomable in nature. Our inevitable doom, which once accelerated in years or months, now accelerates in hours and minutes.
You know who that sounds like? Heather Lynn from Drinking Bros.
Another said, I'm trudging slowly through a molasses swamp of despair and uncertainty towards tomorrow every morning. I miss the comfort of dreams throughout the day, and I can't wait to return to a figment home. Can't wait to return to a figment home my neurons carefully weaved, in which I must upkeep via digestion and nutrients. Others added, every morning I cannot wait to go back to sleep. Every Monday I cannot wait till Friday to come, and every single day and every single week for life. I mean, what's wrong with people? Somebody else said, so this one wrote, I was born with glass bones and paper skin. Every morning I break my legs, and every afternoon I break my arms. At night I lie awake in agony until my heart attack puts me to sleep. Somebody said, Elmo girl, and Elmo, they don't know if Elmo's a girl, but Elmo girl, I'm having a quarter life crisis right now, and I can't get my shit together to finish this last semester. I'm mentally burnt out and have a lifetime of work to go. I mean,
Keep going.
that's it. Well,
there are a million of them, but right here.
oh, here's one. Between the forever wars, blatant government corruption hitting an all-time high, the lack of morale in key positions of power, the lack of justice for the Epstein victims, they got really
They went deep.
Yeah. Lack of justice for Epstein victims, pharmaceutical greed, and the fact it's been 989 days since J. Cole released an album. Tired.
So this again, right here, is President Biden responding to Elmo, who, after all that said, Elmo said this. Wow, Elmo is glad he asked. And by the way, Sesame Street put a post out
Yes.
after saying,
Helping with
please
mental
reach
health.
out because if you have a mental health crisis, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. Right?
I don't think they're going to do this again.
No. Whoops. Fucking Oscar the Grouch comes out of his garbage can.
He's like, Jeff,
He's like,
die!
fuck you.
Die, everyone.
Elmo is glad he asked. Elmo learned that it is important to ask
Can't
a
you see his
friend
little voice? Elmo is glad he asked.
how they are doing. Elmo would check in again soon. No, you won't.
No, he won't.
Elmo loves you. Hashtag emotional well-being. Then dumb fuck President Biden comes out and says, I know.
Oh, no, it wasn't President Biden. It was somebody writing for President Biden because he's too mushy to be able to form sentences now.
His fingers don't. Remember the squishy finger thing? Wilker, what's up? Nico, what's happening?
Big Bird will ask next time.
So it says, President Biden, I know how hard it is some days to sweep the clouds away and get to sunnier days. Our friend Elmo is right. We have to be there for each other, offer help to a neighbor in need, and above all else, ask for help when needed. Even though it's hard, you're never alone.
That is a cute picture of Elmo with his baby, though.
Yeah, I think Elmo's basically garbage trash at this point. He's fucked. Elmo's never going to live this one down. He's just not.
Wonder how they decided to do this and what they thought the responses were going to be. Like parents responding for Betty, today I wore my pink dress and it was a happy day.
But the fact that...
And then mom responded saying, I can't wait for my next drink. I can't wait to drink myself into oblivion while Betty wears her pink dress to school.
No, Betty is actually Matt. He was Matt yesterday. He's Betty today. He's going to be a cat tomorrow. So it's all good. Fuck it. Whatever. Just throw it out the window. Throw the baby out with the bathwater, as they say, right? Gay. That's what Jessica said. With the GHEY.
Oh, I was like, what is wrong? Like, are we such a world of crybabies that we can't take this sweet, innocent thing and be like, it's great, Elmo. Thanks for asking.
But it's the perfect kind of, what do they call it?
I mean, I'm hoping some of them were like,
just
facetious. Like they were just being smart asses and seeing how dark they could go on a Sesame Street post.
100%.
I'm hoping that's most of it.
I think
but
that's
still,
really
I'm
what
like,
it was.
these people are assholes.
I think it's perfect. It makes sense.
See, and I hate complainers. I hate people that just woe is me all day long. AKA
I don't think
I'm kidding, you don't, but
I
sometimes.
don't think these were like basement dwellers. I think these were people on
these are-
Twitter. I mean, there might have been a few, but I think they were just trying to go as dark as they could.
I hope
fucking
so,
could.
because if this is the
It's
world we
too
live in,
comical.
I'm not leaving my bubble.
No, it's too comical.
I'm
not
happy.
to.
I'm a happy person.
Then you have Captain Dipshit come out and be like, we all should be good together. And you're absolutely 100% right. It wasn't him writing.
No.
It's
and I didn't mean squishy finger. I meant squishy brain. He can't put sentences together.
No, it's squishy body, squishy brain, all this.
Yeah, all he can do is be a Roomba.
That's stuck in your brain, huh?
Stuck in
Ever
my brain.
since the Shane Gall or Shane Gillis or whatever.
When I see him now, I'm like, Roomba. That's my nickname for him. Roomba TV. Change the channel.
Roomba. Cheers, everybody. Beth, stop complaining about complainers, is what Nico said. Exactly. You sound just
Let me
like
cry and bitch for attention, Wilkery said.
That's fair. That was the worst.
Oh,
I've had
and
in a long time.
Juanathan said, we didn't have these widespread existential crisis until gender was fluid.
Is it fluid?
Can
Can they change their fluids? Like, you go get your fluids changed in your car. Maybe we should start doing that and changing them back to whatever the original fluid was in their bodies.
Ooh,
beforehand.
Stevie said bring back the purple dinosaur. Hell no.
The
He
fuck-
creeped me out.
What was his name?
I
Barney.
love me.
Barney.
I love you. Family.
For some reason the shark one's going.
Emotional, damn
I
it.
equate that Barney song to the Baby Shark song now. Once it's in your head, you're screwed.
Mm-hmm. I thought today was Thursday already.
You're screwed. No, I'm
That
kidding.
sucked.
I thought
I went
yesterday
to-
was Wednesday, so we're in the same boat.
I was taking a shower. I told you this earlier.
Right.
I was taking a shower at like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock last night in the morning, getting ready to go to bed.
I think you wake me up too. That's the problem.
That's my
come
my
to bed
normal
so fucking
time,
late.
right? And I'm going to bed, and I'm like, oh, I got this meeting in the morning, and then I woke up this morning and I checked my phone first thing to make sure nobody's throwing a meeting on my calendar, right? I always just have it like check the calendar
Mhm.
first fucking thing. There's no soft wake up for Greg because I also get up late.
There's no soft wake up because you set your alarm and let it hit snooze 15 times before
I
you get out of
didn't.
bed.
I'm not complaining about that part, but what I did do is I was like, "Where's that meeting?" And I went, "Fuck! It's only Wednesday."
So now, honey, let's be sure that you understand it's going to happen tomorrow morning at 9:30.
No, I know. I got to be at the office by 9:30. So we're good. We're all good. But I hope your guys' week is going well because it's not going well for fucking Elmo, evidently.
No, it's not going well for the people that follow Elmo.
So you got a Neuralink story. I talked about Neuralink when we talked about this years ago.
Yes.
So we're almost at 4 years, by the way. Come up in March 20th, 24th. 4 years
Wow.
of doing the podcast. So congratulations to you
How
and
am I
me.
not rich yet?
I don't know.
Damn it.
Because our fucking things aren't
Algorithm keeps getting jacked up.
Fucking hate us. But remember, I went to a conference in Phoenix.
No,
maybe
here,
like
wasn't it?
No, it was like 8 years ago. And I talked to a guy that had previously been one of Elon. He works for this big data mining company.
I'm going to say big
Giant-
dick company. But
Big
yeah.
dick company, big
Yeah.
data company. And they were talking about Neuralink at that point.
Mhm.
And I talked to him about it. I was like, okay, tell me about this. He's like, this shit that like we haven't talked about it. It's the first conference we talked about it. Basically where they do an implant in the head and eventually it'll bypass broken or separated. Like if your spinal cord separated,
Paraplegic or
like you can put different links in and stuff like that.
Quadriplegic,
That's
right.
like the long-term goal, right?
Right.
Plus a million other things.
well, for now,
They did the
it's for
first one
Yeah, the first version is just being able to connect to an electronic
device. Right.
of
With
some sort.
not like your eyes, like what's his fuck in the wheelchair? Stephen
Oh
Hawkins.
yeah,
Where he
it's
goes,
going to be way
"Rah."
faster than what he was doing.
Yeah, it's just because they
it's
can
gonna
already
take
do
your
it.
thought. It's going to take your thought and put it into an app or whatever it is
Like
they
into your
use.
computer or whatever.
Yeah. Well, there is concern though that Elon Musk fans say Cyborg has been born as he confirms first brain chip implant.
I'm not worried about Cyborg.
I'm not at this point.
They're
like
so
maybe
far
if they
away.
can get it to where it's moving the body, then I might worry about a cyborg. But right now, it's just helping people who can't communicate.
This one says Elon Musk says first human patient received Neuralink brain implant is recovering well already.
Yep.
So go on.
But it just said that they're terrified and proclaiming a cyborg has been born when he confirmed that the first human had been implanted with a brain chip. It was done on Sunday.
Mhm.
So he's 4 days in, and the neurospikes are activities, which the National Institute of Health explains as cells that use electronical and chemical signals to send information around the brain and body. So the Neuralink mission is to allow a person to interact with a computer using only their thoughts, which is really fucking rad,
Mhm.
and vice versa. The company hopes that this will help take complex neurological conditions and paralysis. He explained that the brain chip will enable control of your phone or computer, and through them almost any device just by thinking. Initial users will be those who have lost the use of their limbs.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you said it. The next part just goes. The guy is recovering well. This is the first test the FDA approved last year to allow them to do this test.
Mhm.
So it's a 6-year study. Woo.
Yeah, so it's a pretty big deal when you start thinking about this. So my aunt, and I think I might have mentioned this, she has Parkinson's.
Yeah.
And they did this. How long ago was that? Like
Ever.
6, 7, 8 years ago?
No longer than that. We were
We were still in Colorado.
we were getting ready to move. So it was like, it's probably been almost like a decade.
So almost 10 years ago, she had bad
She's an
tremors.
artist.
And yeah, she's a
painter.
fine artist. But she has Parkinson's, and it was bad. It was like where you shake a lot, and they put an implant deep into her brain. And she was on one of the first studies for that because she was like, I can't do anything.
Right.
Quality of life was coming down. Wasn't able to drive. She wasn't able to paint. She wasn't able to do a lot of things.
Right.
Got that deep implant. And did her body slow down? Like even her speech, but we just had dinner with her or lunch with her maybe a few months back.
She's always been a slow talker though.
But I mean, like you can see, but no tremors.
No tremors
at all. Like it's amazing what you can do with some of this. That's different than this.
Well, and that's part of this 6-year study is to put a robot, so where a robot puts 64 tiny threads in the brain to help control movement. These threads can send brain signals to an app.
It's literally like they feed, like everything is, I've seen video of how, like, the graphics of it.
So
Stop at Bob Saget's bathtub. She can't steal a tambourine.
What?
Bob Saget's bathtub said she can't steal a tambourine. No.
So people are worried about the cyborg.
She's good at mixing drinks, though. God damn it.
People are worried about the cyborg. I think we have more concerns about we should have more concerns about AI than this neuron chip that's going in somebody's head at this point. Here's where we're really going to have to worry is when the AI takes over that neuron chip and has this person who can now move.
I'm not worried about AI either.
What was the something candidate? Where they put something in his brain and they could control him. Manchurian candidate. I can never say that. Manchurian candidate. Then we're screwed.
All right. So I was at a conference last week talking about AI and stuff like that, right? And this was the CEO of this giant data company, another giant data company. I work in what we call our innovations and development area at my company, at the firm. And so I'm in kind of that space.
Right.
And she was talking about and she's a very, very intelligent person. She's like, and I already knew this, AI is nothing more than just machine learning models that just get smarter and smarter and smarter. When you open up ChatGPT and you have everybody going in there and saying, hey, do this, do this, do this, tell me this, tell me this, tell me this. You just mass open it up to, well, you're telling it to figure things out. There are the weird one-offs that are going to be like, oh, if you released it and you make it talk to each other, it's going to be like, we need to take over the world. That's not really going to fucking happen yet.
I was going to say
20 years from now, 15 years from now.
Let's make it like 40, so I'll be close to death.
Well, are you really worried about it? I'm not really that worried about it.
When Terminator comes. I only worry about it from like, I found this.
It kind of is like the shit that I work on.
I'm worried about it from like deep fake
cool.
perspective. You know, like all this shit.
Deep fakes are different.
Now it's a new thing. Somebody in New Hampshire was getting ready to have an election, and they got a phone call from Joe Biden that said, don't worry about voting. This one is important. Save your votes for November. And it sounded just like him.
So those are audio deep fakes. Exactly.
Yes. So now they have audio, they have picture. It's like, unless you can tangibly touch somebody, how do you know they're real going forward?
Don't trust anything out there. God damn it. But this is really cool. I mean,
I love this.
Think about like from regenerative, just like from a mentally regenerative
from a quality of life.
If you
think about that first.
Imagine if you remember, we've talked about like locked in syndrome.
Yeah.
Where somebody gets like full paralysis and they're literally just locked in their brain. Right? You know, they have brainwave function, but they can't talk, they can't feed themselves, they can't do anything. But now you could put this in them. And then they can communicate.
Right. Well, Christopher Reeve's son is super excited about this because he's like, my dad would have thrived with this, you know, for the years that he was alive. I think it's great from that perspective. I think it's great from all perspectives at this point. I have no concerns. I can't wait to see what they can do when they can have it work with the body.
Work with the body. The body. All right. I've got one that this one's just been kind of digging at me a little bit.
Okay.
Because excuse me. So we've kind of talked a little bit about relationships in the past couple weeks.
Okay.
Right? Like we had the OnlyFans cheater last week, right? Where she didn't know He knew.
He knew wife's best friend's husband.
Beth's wife's best friend. No.
No, best friend's, her best friend's husband.
So, nonetheless, this one is, we've studied over 30,000 couples. Here are 6 phrases you'll hear in most successful relationships.
Oh, Lord.
Oh my God.
I'm going to have to write these down.
No, I've got the list. I'll just email them to you. I'll text them
More
to
fun
you.
when I write them down and
You ready?
process it and react.
All right. A healthy relationship. And let me know if these things work for you.
How do you
Vanna White, for you. All right. A healthy relationship doesn't mean that there's never any fighting. Couples can have disagreements and still be on each other's sides. As psychologists, we've been happily married for 35 years, and we found that in conflict, your mission is to allow yourself to be vulnerable, to turn attack and defend into self-disclosure and openness. I want to throw up. Like, I read this and I was like, dear God, I have to share this with my
Where
wife.
did you find this story?
I fucking have no idea. The language of fighting right, in quotes. When conflict arises, the happiest and most successful couples use a language of repair and collaboration. This is something that anyone can learn to do. You ready for this fucking bullshit? All right. We've organized our suggestions into 6 categories of phrases and what kind of repair they can help with. I'm not giving shit to people that seek counseling. We've gone through it. Blah, blah, blah. Hold the fucking phone, clicker, whatever.
It worked, bitch. Don't act like it didn't.
This is from
I still like you.
30,000 couples.
Still like you, so that was,
We are not in this.
no.
Number
We
1,
don't talk to each
the
other.
I feel.
No, I will agree with
Stop,
that. I like
stop.
that.
Nope.
Yep.
Bullshit.
I
I'm
do
out.
that with you all the time.
Use this when you need help expressing your emotions in the moment. Examples. I'm getting scared. Please say that more gently. That hurt my feelings.
No, I don't say it like that. I say, I feel like you're being an asshole. See how I use it?
That felt like an insult. I feel blamed. Can you rephrase that? I feel like you don't understand me right now.
If I ever said, no, you can't hit me. If you ever said that to me, I would smack you.
Can I shake you a little bit? We're not even, that's number 1. You ready? All right, number 2. I need to calm down. Use this when you start feeling flooded and or need a moment of
Hi, Gigi.
repair.
Wait, say it again.
I need to calm down. Use this when you start feeling flooded and or need a moment of repair. You ready?
You know what?
Examples. Hang on. Let me go through the
Okay.
examples. I need your support right now. Just listen to me now and try to understand. Can I have a hug? This is important to me. Please listen. Can you make things safer for me? Can I take that back?
Hey, this might work for some couples, just not this couple. Because you know what I say? I look at you, I'm like, I can't even with you right now. Step away from me.
Get the fuck out.
Step away from me. And
Right,
one
all
of
right.
us, one of
Be in
us,
the garage.
one of us walks off.
You next? You ready for the next one?
This is number
Hi,
3.
Gigi. I'm sorry. Use this when you need help phrasing an apology. I have to say this from time to time.
Yes.
Like, sorry about that, babe. I was being an asshole. And then you're like, okay. But I don't do this. My reactions were too extreme. I'm sorry. I really blew that one. Actually, fuck this. I'm taking a screenshot of that.
You say, hey, babe, sorry, I was kind of an asshole earlier.
That's fine.
And I look at
You're
you
like,
and go,
yep.
it's fine, but you weren't kinda.
All right, you ready? I really blew that one. Let me try again. I want to be gentler to you right now, and I don't know how. I can see my part in all this. How can I make things better? Those were all separate lines. Nico goes, thing Beth calls Greg, bitch.
Totally.
Listen, bitch, shut up. All right. We have open communication around here.
What's for?
Stop action. Use this when you are flooded and need a break. I think flooded means overwhelmed in this situation. Examples. I might be wrong here. Please, let's stop for a while. Just give me a moment. I'll be back.
You know what mine is? Let's agree to disagree. Bye.
Let's start all over again. Then you've wasted X amount of time bitching and complaining.
And you're going
already.
to do it again.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. It's the next one. Let's agree to disagree.
I that one.
Excuse me. I'm feeling flooded here. Can we take a break and talk about something else for a bit? We're almost there. We've only got 2 more. How about this one? Getting to
Jacob.
yes. Use this when you want to validate your partner or meet them halfway. You're starting to convince me.
I would never.
I agree with part of what you're saying. Is that what you said, asshole?
I would never say you're starting to convince me. I might say I can see your point. I mean, I still disagree, but I can see your point.
Let's compromise here. I never thought of things that way. There's no convincing Beth. There's just fucking none.
Are you saying I'm stubborn?
Sometimes.
Hell yes, I am. We sometimes.
How about
will
this one?
say,
I think your point of view makes sense. Unless there's a bear running at us and I say, run that way, he's going to be like, no.
No, not. Oh, why?
Yeah.
I'll come in curious.
Like,
why?
Why? Because there's a 5,000-pound bear.
I think though sometimes we'll be like, all right, I understand. I can see where you're coming from. That doesn't admit fault on anyone's part. It just says, I can see where you might think that.
All right. Next, I appreciate. I hate these ones.
I do that though. I say
Use this when you want to make a repair and add positivity.
So
I love you.
I don't do
if
that.
You say it
from
all
repair.
condescendingly.
No,
I'm just gonna throw you off.
But
the
I
building.
appreciate you all the time. Like when you pick up, hey, babe, thanks for picking up dinner. On
Oh
the
no,
way
we
home,
say
or
those things.
Thanks for mowing the lawn.
But if you're coming
or
out of an
thanks
argument
for folding the towels,
and you're like, I appreciate you, and I'm like, bitch, you were wrong.
I would never, ever come out of a fight and say,
Beth goes, I understand. And that's exactly how she would say it. I understand. And she's packing knives under her fucking pillow. One thing I admire about you is never said that.
Nope.
This is not your problem. It's our problem.
Oh, I would throw something at you because it's clearly your problem.
Screen save.
We're having an issue. It's clearly you.
Thank you for ... And then I see your point.
Getting to Boom said getting to you sounds like someone's anal. Wait, what? That makes no. I have to disagree with that one. Boom.
Jonathan said Joe Biden made this list.
Oh,
Perhaps.
it's a great list. And but there are people that we know not very well, but they are mushy like this. They're not that bad. But some of this I could see. I feel yes. Stop
That's
action.
a lot of, like, even me going through that made
Stop action. You should step away right now.
Right.
We do it. We just do it with our love language and not these
fucking dumbasses.
Love language. You and I are honest with each other. Be like, that was the stupidest thing you've ever done, and I can't believe you did that.
I didn't write the article.
Now.
Joe Biden did.
We're going to stop talking now.
We're just going to stop talking. You go outside. You do your thing. I'll be in here reading my book or playing my video game or folding laundry or doing something.
Exactly. I go back to my book, be like, I'm going to a world with romance.
Dear God, I saw that one like a week ago or something like that. I've been holding on to it, and I was like,
CB said, all you have to say is get your ass back in the kitchen. That'll get a pan thrown at you, dude.
No, dude.
That will get a pan thrown at you.
There's guns all over my house.
And I know how to use them.
I'm not really willing to take that risk.
And I'm a pretty decent shot.
Decent enough at a few feet away. It's all good. Have you heard this story about the KC fans that froze to death?
Yes.
Okay. So there's been
I thought I had it on my list to talk about, but I didn't.
I've had it
so
for a while.
I can give you a little bit of background. So
Okay, go for it.
these
Yeah.
guys, three best friends that have grown up together, went over to a newer friend's house to watch football.
Yep.
And they never came home.
Right. After a couple days.
So the wife,
Well, they
the
never
wife
came
started
home,
calling
period.
immediately, like 12 hours. But the police finally went to go to the house of the guy, and they were all frozen to death in the backyard. Two were in chairs, and no, one was in a chair, and two were in the
You
yard.
just saw that. So that is a new change.
No,
The
no,
chair-
that was yep. No, I read that last week.
No,
last
the chair
Friday.
just came out.
Last Friday, I read that one guy was in the chair and two guys were in the
'Cause
yard.
Initially, they described.
I
them
haven't
as
read
being
anything.
on the floor.
I haven't read
on the ground.
anything since then. So that's not new.
All right. So In this case, they have Chiefs fan mystery case watch party host heading to rehab after this.
Yes.
So this guy evidently, so the man who hosted the ill-fated Kansas City Chiefs watch party that ended with 3 deaths is reportedly seeking addiction help. Good, whatever, if that's what he needs. But interestingly, Jordan Willis, who invited several friends, that's the guy, the host, to his Casey area home to watch the Chiefs play watch them like a few weeks ago, is now seeking treatment for substance abuse. But in the aftermath of his 3 friends turning up dead in his backyard after a night of watching football, according to Fox News. So one of their girlfriends
Wife.
had been calling everybody and finally broke into the backyard
I think she looked over the fence
or something.
Something.
And then she saw somebody in the yard. But initially, even though you said that might have been last week, that detail, maybe it was just released. This is a pretty new article. This is from today. Well, I think the update from today is that he's going into rehab.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
But they found the bodies, like I said.
But there was also a video of somebody else that was basically in their, and this is on TMZ, basically like nearly naked in their underwear in handcuffs inside the house for some reason.
Not him?
Not him. Not any of them. Like they don't know who it was. I don't know if
He was in police custody handcuffed
No,
or
no,
just
no.
naked and
Separate
nearly.
video came out. Like the police released some other video or something like that.
So
allegedly.
no police involvement. This happened before the police
This was
got
like
there.
at the party.
Some
Like,
dudes
they
in
were
his
fucking
chonas
around.
and handcuffs.
Yeah. Right. So
Interesting.
yeah. So he's heading to rehab. But also
So did they ever now? I haven't followed up
they
on this.
still haven't got,
Do they know how they died?
so they still don't know yet.
Okay.
Because it takes like 3 to 4 weeks to get the coroner results back. Plus it takes a long time to get
There's
toxicology.
no apparent
There was
wounds or
no
anything.
marks.
Okay.
The sheriff came out and said, this is not a homicide investigation, which how in the fuck could you
Well,
be
'cause
like,
maybe they were so drunk they
This-
all passed
but
out
that
and those
dude
guys were
was
outside and
asleep
froze
for
to death?
2 days nonstop in his house, never even looked out the side. And they had like a huge winter storm warning coming. The police, people have like said like, there's no way. I've lived in New Hampshire and Colorado. When you're like, what's it look like outside?
But the backyard, he could have looked at
This
the
dude's
front
got
yard.
a PhD. He works at home.
Yeah.
But he said he was asleep for 2 days straight,
If
basically.
he did a total, like if he
I don't know. What do
depends
you
on what
think?
maybe he just had a rager and took 2 days to recover.
Dude, it wasn't that big of a fucking, I mean, it was a big game, but I
No,
think there was
he
some
has
drugs somewhere in there.
Problem. That's what I'm saying. I wonder if they got
Excuse me.
too high, too drunk, went outside, passed out, or
Well, if there's
OD'd
shit-
and froze.
Oh, I don't know. There's speculation, but if there's something that was mixed with fentanyl,
I don't know. It's just
or-
crazy.
or somebody was saying, this was on, I think Fox News. Like I was listening to the radio the other day, but it was like their live stream from their show. They had some investigator, former police officer, was talking about synthetic pot, basically nowadays. I don't know. It's kind of like probably like what bath salts used to be. I don't know if that's a Delta
Synthetic
8
pot
or
what?
Delta 9 that can like fucking fuck your brain up and make you feel super hot.
Okay.
Because some of these guys were like nearly naked outside.
They have an orgy. All men's
Outside
orgy.
and like
Yeah, all men's
freezing
orgy.
cold. And all of this is alleged. It depends on what article you read.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Boom said Coke with fentanyl is his guess.
Yeah, the dude's it's a very weird scenario, right?
It is. I think it's even weirder that it took 2 days for cops to go find them.
Well, so if I was gone for, say, I'm supposed to come home that night,
Yes.
and you're my wife, of
Yeah.
course, and I'm down the road at, let's use Justin's house or something like that, not too far away.
Right.
You know how to get there. You know where it's at. I'm not responding to texts after
And your friends aren't responding to texts either now
after
at this
a
point.
day.
I mean, you're not responding to texts after 12 hours. I'm
I'm
going
not
over there.
responding to texts after like 2:00 in the morning.
Well, that's normal.
No. Like I'm gonna be home. It's a Sunday. You know I have to work the next day.
Right. Well, and especially if you haven't called me and said, hey, we're trash or we're crashing.
Right. You're like, well, number one, you're gonna be like, okay, I'll come pick you up or
Right.
fucking call you an Uber or something, right? But I don't understand. Like, there's so many
just a
fucking
weird
weird loose
tale.
ends
Yeah.
on this thing.
Like
I don't know.
how long it took for them to find out they were dead, how the girl was the one who went over there versus the cop. It just is weird all the way around.
The whole fucking thing is
It's
strange.
Kansas City for you. I don't even know if they're Kansas City. Where were they at?
They're
Where's
in
this?
Casey. Nah,
I don't remember.
Man, see where it's at. I'm trying to figure out where it's at. I had the article up 2 seconds ago. It just says I don't remember where it's
Okay.
at, but
I
nonetheless,
don't either.
it's still
But-
it's cold as fuck wherever they are.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So he was practicing. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So
Guess there's probably more to
Weird.
come.
more, I would say, you know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
it's strange, weird. All right, so you've got a Wolf of Wall Street story,
The real guy
the real Wolf of Wall Street,
who is portrayed by Leonardo DiCaprio in this
Leo
movie, Wolf of Wall
DiCaprio.
Street, which I have never seen.
What's his name? Do you know his name?
Who?
The real guy.
Yeah, I'm about to tell you it.
Okay, let's hear it.
Hold on, it's coming up. Excuse me. So Real Wolf of Wall Street rants that Joe Biden belongs in a nursing home. I saw that and I was like, all right, I gotta read this. Jordan Belfort.
Jordan.
his
Yeah. I've seen him on other interviews and stuff. Like that.
The real life Wolf of Wall Street, Jordan Belfort has ranted that President Biden belongs in a nursing home in a Godsmacking interview. He told Piers Morgan on Talk TV, Piers Morgan Uncensored, if he worked for me, I would put him in a nursing home. And all due respect, and I don't even think he's present. He's a cutout. It's a puppet. I think everyone knows that. It's embarrassing. I have friends from all over the world, and they're like, "What's wrong with your country? Like, this is the president of the United States." He says, that's who he says. He says, "Who's running things now? I'm not quite sure. It's probably the Obamas and the whole crew still running things," which isn't the first time we've heard somebody has said that. But he was just very candid in his interview about it wasn't due to his age. He said, "My mom is 91 and she could run intellectual circles around most 50-year-olds.
Mhm.
So it's not because he's old."
He's got dementia. He's got vascular
Yeah.
dementia,
What's vascular dementia?
like where your fucking
blood flow's not
blood
going.
flow's not happening.
And of course, they do point out that he really likes Donald Trump, and he continues to say that he is an amazing marketer and promoter. One thing he has is an uncanny sense of what the average person needs to hear.
Right. Well,
Um,
that's his marketing spiel for that guy. But I saw it just a little while ago. I think it was like a YouTube commercial or
Mhm.
something like that. And it was Joe Biden and Barack Obama side by side. Who do you think was talking more?
Barack.
Barack was talking the whole time.
Was this current?
It was just an hour and a half ago.
I mean, no, the talking was current. It
Yep.
wasn't from when they were
It was.
together.
This
Okay.
is a new one. We need you to go out to the polls. However, fucking Barack Obama. Everybody knows that inflection, right? And then Joe Biden. Yes, we do, bud. And then Barack Obama kicks back in, and then another. Get out to the polls, friends. And it was like literally, he is, and you see the jump.
He's reading
cuts.
a script and somebody is shaking at him so that
Yeah,
he knows
you
it's time
see
to
the,
read.
but you can see the cuts in between. And you're like, what the fuck? Our president, he's a goddamn puppet, but everybody knew that, right? It's all good. Whatever.
Well, I love how I was reading another article that was talking about like everyone starting to think it was very facetious. I couldn't tell what their angle was, but the United States is getting better. He's doing such a great job. Look, our gas prices are going down. Our economy is getting better. And I was like, where are they living? I want to move there if the economy is getting better where they live.
So has anybody looked up the current U.S. petroleum reserves? U.S. petroleum. Do they even offer that anymore? Reserves. Let's see what that is at. Department of Energy. Let's see if it's got some sort of thing here. Nope, they don't have anything.
What are you trying to look up?
I'm looking up. Well, basically, what I'm curious about is like, what are the current reserves compared to like last year, right? Because the idea is this: you can flood the market with our current reserves, right, and drop the price,
Right.
but it fucks your reserves up. Like you have 5 billion barrels of oil in reserve,
Right.
right? But if you flood the market to lower the price of fuel,
Right.
then you're fucked if you need it later on.
Right.
Because Joe
You've now
Biden
used it.
also just killed like a natural gas licenses like 2 days ago, right? Like, why do you do that? So now we need to buy dirty natural gas from wherever,
Right.
as opposed to our ultra refined. It's a bunch of dumb shit. Yeah, and he gave a bunch to Ukraine. Ukraine, we all know that's a front for fucking oligarchs to buy bigger boats.
Huh?
Ukraine.
Oh.
It's a bunch of shit.
Okay. Yeah, Wickery said the same thing just now. I don't know if that's where you got it from, but Wilkery said I think he gave a bunch to
No,
the
he's the
Ukraine.
one I read it. Yeah.
Um,
Absolutely. I don't know.
I don't know.
What it is.
I just, if people vote for him again, I'm worried about them. And I know I have friends that are going to.
Oh yeah, they're in those friends. Fuck them.
No.
Like, no, you're not gonna be like, but you need to like, you should already be being like, I told you so, asshole.
Oh, I already have. I
Like
did.
every single one of them.
Every
be like,
time we go on a trip together, I'm like, your man made this happen.
Yep. There's your $4 gallon of gas.
Yeah.
There's your fucking $5 or $6 or $7 gallon of milk. Don't bitch to me when you're broke. And you can keep hustling, but your hustle is gonna run out
Gets you
of
less.
hustle.
Yeah.
Right? The whole idea of having a side hustle is to make extra money to save or to spend it on cool shit, if that's what you want to do, right?
Right.
I don't know. All right. You remember when we went on
You
one of
remember.
these things? It was a scuba walk.
Yeah.
Remember that?
We did it in Acapulco
I've never been
or
to
Playa del
Acapulco.
Carmen.
Playa. And we went to that big ass.
We went to Acapulco, didn't we?
I've never been there.
Where's the other place we went besides Playa del
Puerto
Carmen?
Vallarta.
Puerto Vallarta.
We went
thank you.
to Playa and we did this thing where you feel like
walk.
SpongeBob.
Yeah.
And you got this big heavy helmet and it's full of
Air.
Right. So there's this one scenario that happened like last week, maybe the week before.
Great. So you're basically telling me I'm never going to do it again?
I've got the video. You're not going to be able to hear it, but they will. Chilling new video of the Bahamas shark attack shows the terrifying moments after the boy nearly got his leg bit off
Oh, jeez.
as water in the tank turned a nasty, misty blood red. All right, you ready for this? If you are squeamish, turn away. You don't see like a leg hanging off by any means, but here you go. So kid's swimming. Dad jumps in, grabs him. Watch how fast this next shark comes in. See that?
That is a lawsuit waiting to happen right there.
Crazy, right?
So what happened there?
Crazy. All right, so TMZ got that. Somebody was outside
Dad
videotaping.
kicked the shark in the nose. That's what's
Yeah.
amazing, but not on purpose, but like in his
GG,
attempt to-
thank you. Saudis control, but we can artificially decrease the the gas prices, right? Can't we? If we smash and start.
Well, only because we've given them permission to control it.
Right.
And then we also gave them permission to close down a bunch of
No, Biden shut down all that.
no, but there was something where I shouldn't speak on my ass right now because I don't remember all of it, but there was something that happened with the Saudis that said they were changing something and everyone agreed.
Oh, that's the so we'll get in. That's
Anyways,
another.
okay, sorry. Yeah. So
Not really.
What,
Okay, so Gigi knows. I'm not going to disagree with Gigi, but we're all good. TMZ has obtained shocking footage.
thank you, Jonathan. He said, I don't know why anyone would swim with sharks. Finally, somebody who's smart like me. I don't know why you'd ever swim with fucking sharks. Hello, you're just asking to get eaten.
It is. So, in this tank, it's literally a swim with the shark tank.
That's
Versus
stupid.
ours was swim with the fishes
Ours was swim with the fishes and the seashells.
in the seashells. It was very tropical.
And it was closed off so wild animals couldn't go in
the
there.
kid was supposed to be in there. It was literally like you walk down these stairs.
Yeah, you walk through
and
it.
you walk through the bottom, and the helmet's heavy enough to keep you
Why was he
negative
floating
buoyant. Because he had thrown the thing off and swam to the top.
after he got bit?
And then his dad jumped in
Okay.
to grab him, right?
So his dad wasn't in there initially.
Not
he
at that
came when he
point.
saw.
Right.
What a good daddy.
Right. Dad did the job. So 10-year-old boy who was the victim in this case frantically swam to the top of the tank as his father, who heroically jumped into the water, helping and helped him over the ladder. It was a dramatic scene. I did watch another clip, like a doctor did the video.
Mhm.
They said if you were to get bit in the calf, like a dunk, like not a ripping, like a bite,
Right. Like they were testing him,
the
not trying to eat him.
veins, like the really like dangerous veins, are deep.
Okay.
Right, it takes like a big bite.
Yeah, but that was still a lot of blood.
Yeah. And he's a little kid, so your leg's not that big, right? So
It
this
reminds me of Shark Week when the guy was like, "Sharks are harmless," and he's walking around in thigh deep water and all. They won't bother me, and then he got his calf bitten off. Like,
Oh, I
torn-
remember that dude, but that was
torn
bull
off.
sharks. I think those were bull sharks, maybe sand sharks.
Doesn't
Those
matter.
are bull
All
sharks.
sharks are dangerous.
So this
That's
was
like
according
saying
to-
that.
I know, like sharks are sharks. They still have teeth.
Yeah,
teeth.
that's like saying all
Yeah,
rattlesnakes
bitey
aren't
teeth.
bad.
Yeah.
They're none of them are bad. They're just all poisonous. Idiot.
All right. So, according to one source, the boy climbed down into the tank with a chaperone on January 15th as part of the shark experience for guests at Atlantis Bahamas Resort.
So I want to go there. Heard it's amazing. I'm not going to go in the shark walk.
Want to get that life insurance pumped
I'm
up.
not going to go in the shark walk, but I heard that.
Wearing a large white helmet and heavy oxygen tank, the boy stood as the chaperone on the with the chaperone on the floor in the tank as the sharks whipped past them. Two of the
Chaperone
reef
needs to be
sharks
fired.
aggressively swimming by the boy, and one of them darted through his legs. This caused the boy to lose his footing and straddle the shark, which turned its head around and sank its teeth. So it like, boom, he fell, he hit the shark,
And the shark
and the
bit
shark
back.
turned and bit. So
Yeah, the shark wasn't trying to eat him because if he was, he would have torn that cap off. But
And shark, I mean,
it's a shark. Don't try to say nurse sharks
not-
aren't
it's not
as
like-
aggressive.
it's not like a giant, it's not like a great white
Well,
A's
no,
leg.
but yeah.
But I mean, it still sucks. And I'm sure he's going to have a good story when he's older. And it's all on fucking the
Chick
internet.
stick scars. He'll be like, let me.
It's all
He
on
can
the
be
internet,
like
man.
he can be like Mel Gibson in Lethal Weapon. Check out this scar. You know, he'll be able
He's
to
gonna be
like
I
one
want
up
that
them.
thing's fucking jaw.
They probably don't even know which one it was.
No, I'm sure they do. They got it on video. They're like, that was Steve. He's an asshole. Steve
Steve
the
is a
asshole
curmudgeon.
shark.
Steve is a
But They
curmudgeon.
did shut down the thing for.
They let the blood disperse.
I was kind of like, how long does it take to flush the blood out of there?
I don't know.
Hopefully, the kid doesn't have AIDS.
Yeah, I believe Wilkery. I think that's what he did too. That's why I don't think he was.
Yeah, the
that
shark
was
got
a
scared.
bite. It
Absolutely.
was a defense and not a yum.
100%.
All right.
Let's jump into some feel goods, if you don't mind.
I don't mind.
Real quick, go out, like, subscribe to the podcast if you don't mind. Again, check out the rest of the page for some of the clips that we do and see if you're getting the updates on them. Make sure your notification bell's on for us just to see. I'm kind of curious about that. What's yours? What's your feel good?
So I'm gonna play this video first.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna see what people think.
Make sure everything's clicked together over there. Before we start this, there you go. Start her
Oh,
up.
you know what? I'm probably not gonna be able to play it. It's on X. Oh, look. Okay, hold on.
Should still come up.
Are you playing it yet?
No, I didn't know I had to hit it.
Hold on.
Okay.
What's it doing?
Scroll down just a little. Okay, there
I
you go.
need it to start
Right there.
over there.
All right.
So people at first thought this was a crocodile.
This is a dog with a deer in its mouth. I've seen this one.
It's a black lab rescuing a baby fawn.
Yep.
Because the fawn was drowning.
Mhm. Super sweet, right?
Yes. What a and not a he didn't hurt him. I was like, did he accidentally bite him?
No, he just went out and saved him.
Yep. And so
It's just a good dog.
so here's the weird thing. So when followers of X account called Animal Dying saw a video of a dark shape swimming through muddy waters with a deer with a deer fawn in its jaws. Most probably weren't thinking of a happy ending, but this is let's see, let me find the name. It's a retriever, it's a dog owner. Did they not give me his name the whole time I read this? I don't recall a name. They don't give a name.
Good dogs. Nonetheless.
I think it was still sweet.
Yeah.
I think it was just goes to show you the heart of a dog.
Jumped in, was like,
I got this. I got this baby.
Yep.
So yeah, they don't give the name of the parent or the dog.
A retriever
Weird.
doing what they do is what Gigi said. Absolutely. So
Yeah.
All right.
I thought it
Mine
was
is another puppy, but mine is an elderly dog. This is, I gotta find her name. Looking for her name real quick. Hang on.
Here's the other amazing thing about this dog. He grabbed it in a way that he could keep its head above the water. Well, his head wasn't above water.
He was fine. That dog was fine.
I'm sure his nostrils were out of water.
Yeah, his nose was out of the water.
Where's the deer's mama?
So this little puppy right here. This little puppy right here. A little blurry because that's the picture that they had. Elderly Shih Tzu escaped owner's yard only to be found at a bar a mile from home. A Wisconsin woman was shocked to discover that her elderly Shih Tzu Terrier mix was still a potty animal at heart. After the pooch sneaked out of the backyard and ended up at a local bar, Jenny Hazard from Milwaukee was frantically looking for her 16-year-old pet that last week when she got an unexpected text saying, "This is your dog. It's at Fink's," referring to a bar located a mile away. And she goes, I'm like, what? Hazard said on Wednesday evening that she was in her backyard with her 3 dogs, including Bear, who's Bear right there, when the pooch slipped through unnoticed through the gate when it was left slightly open.
That happens all the time.
After about 15 to 20 minutes, I was just in tears because he's old. He's got a heart condition. Hazard took to social media asking people in the area to be on the lookout for a furry fugitive who was only partially blind, or was also partially blind, and walks with a limp. Then this photo popped up and somebody texted her. She said, he can't go far in snow. And I'm like, where would he have gone? A short time later, Hazard received a text message revealing that at the very moment, Bear was raising the roof at the nearby bar. We got a text that said, "Your dog is down at Fink's."
Well, that's funny.
So he's just chilling at Fink's. They were giving him French fries and just hanging out.
He was like, I'm going to go check out the local pub.
Yep. So
that's cute.
That's a good feel good. I love dog. I think the last 9 out of 10 feel goods we've done have been dogs, quite honestly. Like, there's just so many good dogs. Like the dog that saved the dad, ran with the Frisbee disc with the rope.
Yeah.
Saved him. Right? There's just a ton of them.
Well, doggies are good.
Yep.
Doggos.
Absolutely. Real quick, entertainment stuff. Griselda, I finished that. That's out on Netflix. That's the narco one with what's her fuck?
So
Sofia Vergara.
Yes, thank you. I was like,
it's good. It's not as good as Narcos.
Okay.
Narcos, I think, was better. It was just better produced. Like other people have talked about, like the prosthesis and
the
stuff
makeup.
Like it kind of just looks blah. Good storyline, but it ends like within it's too quick. I don't know. Whatever. Narcos was way better. And you watched the Meg too.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw my post. It was movie night, and 12 minutes into the movie, Gregory fell asleep.
I laid down on the couch.
So you didn't lay down; you sat down on the couch.
Old Yeller was a documentary too.
And so I stopped it that night, but then I watched it on because I was like, forget him; he's always gonna fall asleep. Watched it on Sunday. It was okay. I think the thing about it is I went in. No, it was okay. It was good. And the last 30 minutes were a little cheesy because that's where the
Razzies got it.
The shark comes in, but it was okay. But I also went into it thinking it was gonna suck because everybody said it was so bad.
Because of the Razzies.
And so when you can be pleasantly surprised. No, I've talked to people who've seen it. There's like so bad, but when you think it's gonna be bad, and you're like.
It's fucking Jason Statham.
And,
like, come on.
I mean, it's about the Meg. Is it really supposed to be life-changing? It's about a prehistoric animal that doesn't exist in today's world. He's still beautiful. He is getting a little older.
Of course he is. He's like 64 years old.
No,
at
he's
this
my
point.
age.
He's 54.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Good
It was
Lord.
okay. It was entertaining. It was a great Sunday afternoon doing laundry, folding, and watching a shark eat people.
No, dude. The second I hit the couch, if I'm doing stuff, if I go sit
I
down on
never
the
fall
couch,
asleep, Nico.
I'm done.
If you put a movie on, I'm golden.
I'm done.
Yeah, you can't, and it doesn't matter what day of the week it is.
I don't touch my couch unless I know I'm ending my day.
Yay for me.
That's how it goes.
But it was good. It was
Good. I'm
enjoyable.
glad you enjoyed it.
And it's on Netflix, so
All right,
it's not
cool.
like you're actually paying for it because you already have it on there. So
All right. Good deal, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Check us out on Friday. Also, check out Balding the Big Guy, which I'll be dropping on Friday morning. That'll be out there. I'll be dropping a Castro Files for tomorrow morning. Dropping that tonight. That's an interesting one about this real estate agent who also could be a secret agent.
hold on.
Uh-oh.
Juana sent that Greg is the woman in this relationship, apparently, according to what Nico said. It's always the girl. And I say that to you all the time. I'm like, you're the chick and I'm the dude. What's up with that?
If she ever wants to get in a fight with a dude, that's fine with me. Hey, be like, protect me. And I'm just going to throw her at him.
You don't even have to do that. I automatically got your back.
You got my back,
Yes.
which means you're behind me.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I
But
should
I
change it
talk
up and be like,
I talk
I got
smack.
your back, honey.
I talk smack. Be like, he's going to kill you. He's going to knock your head off. You
Like-
should walk away.
Fucking dumb. I love you guys. Cheers.
Bye, guys.
See
Love
next
you. Have a
time.
great rest of the week.
Peace.
Welcome to the Bars Open with Beth and Greg.